This video, I have a bottomed out penny stock that has historically had a massive run every single time it hits this $1 major support level. And last time it did hit this level, as you can see on this chart right here, it ran from $1 to $23 plus. Make sure you hit that like button if you are enjoying this content. Make sure you have notifications on so you do not miss these very time sensitive plays. This is a $60 million market cap company, completely bottomed out and extremely undervalued based on their fundamentals. They have $50 million cash on hand, just did $700 million in revenue for 2023. No dilution, as the outstanding share count has not changed at all in the last few years. Actually, since 2020 or even before that, has only went up around 10 million shares, and they do have cash. And they did this $700 million in revenue and only lost around $6 or $8 million, and they do have a very big catalyst that can potentially increase their sales and margins. According to multiple sources, they do have over 70% in institutional ownership, and this one does have just under $270 million in total assets. Like I said, you can see it's completely bottomed out on the weekly. This is zoomed out here, and on the daily pretty much lines up as this major support level is on all time frames. I really like this setup, as we do have a catalyst. And not only that, a director has just loaded up 100,000 worth of shares, basically increasing his ownership by around 70%. So this is showing a strong optimism in the company. So obviously something is going on. He bought these shares for $1.10 each, and currently the stock is trading at $1.01. You can see he purchased these on June 11th, 94,000 shares for an average price, or just a price of $1.10. Guys, it's going to be a very volatile week in the market. We do have Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, he will be speaking in front, or testifying in front of the Senate Banking Committee. And then on Wednesday, he will be testifying in front of the House Financial Services Committee. And then the biggest economic event is happening on Thursday. We do have CPI inflation coming out for the previous month, some jobless claims, but the biggest event is that CPI inflation number coming out. And then Friday, we do have PPI inflation, as well as some of the biggest banks in the entire stock market are releasing earnings. So a very volatile week, some very key information you have to pay attention to, because I am trying to plan some options. I am looking for some entries this week with some options and some more growth stocks. So this is some key information you need to look out for. The ticker I'm talking about is PRTS, and you can see last time it did reach this level, or just around this $1 level, just under that, ran all the way from $1, just under that, all the way to a high of $23, and now looks completely bottomed out on the chart. Time for a big bounce, as we do have some big insiders loading up, a big catalyst. I'm about to talk about their first catalyst, or basically their first campaign they've had in over 20 years that can potentially boost their sales as well as their margins. You can see on the daily has touched this $1 support level very many times and is trying to curl back up, and we do have a lot to talk about that is going on with PRTS. Just released a PR just on June 27th, just over a week ago, or just under 2 weeks ago. Basically a campaign to enhance their auto parts shopping. So today, carparts.com proudly debuts, this was just 2 weeks ago, its first major campaign in over 2 decades. So this is a leading online provider of automotive parts and accessories. They're excited to announce the launch of their first comprehensive brand marketing campaign in the company's 25+ year history. So this will run across digital and social platforms this summer to enhance brand recognition, drive business growth, and establish a competitive advantage in the growing auto parts aftermarket industry. So this is happening in the summer. This is the big catalyst that can potentially increase their sales, as their sales have been declining just recently, but they do expect their margins to basically improve, is what they said. They say this, they actually did a survey and found that 55% of people who own vehicles that are between 3 to 9 years old prefer doing car repairs themselves to save money. And this company actually has the cheapest prices compared to their competitors. So this is one, completely undervalued. You can see on their balance sheet, they do have $46 million cash on hand, $263 million in total assets. They do have $154 million in liabilities, but assets are way higher than that. You can see they have a $60 million market cap, and they actually did $675 million of revenue for 2023 and only lost $8 million. So this one is extremely undervalued based off of their fundamentals. You can see just for the last quarter, they did $166 million in revenue, and they did lose $6.4 million in net income. So just had major insider buying. You can see there are a lot, this big list of Form 4s, these SEC filings, which have came out. And like I said, one of these directors just on, June 11th has loaded up 100,000 worth of shares. So he now owns 252,000 shares of the company, basically increased his ownership by 60 or 70%. So obviously he's very excited about the future outlook for PRTS. According to this right here, does have 74% institutional ownership, some massive insider holdings of the company that, basically they continue to increase their position at this current price level and actually above the current stock price in the past. So guys, this one has, in the last, basically since 2022, we have seen no dilution, only diluted 3 million shares. Actually, it went down since the end of 2023, and since 2020 has only went up 10 million shares. They do have $50 million cash on hand, and the company is cash flow positive based on quarterly operating cash flow of $3.65 million. Does not have any big warrant or offerings going on as far as I know. This is one that does lack volume, so we do need volume to come in to have a nice move, but does have a very big bounce opportunity, does have some catalysts, and this is one is trading at $1.04. And pre-market is the market is about to open in 10 minutes. So carparts.com Inc. ticker PRTS is on watch, due for a very nice bounce. I'm just giving you trading ideas. I'm not a financial advisor. At the end of the day, you have to, basically look at these ideas I give you and then decide if you want to basically purchase this stock or even think about doing it. And basically you need to look at the chart, time the best entry. One thing you can do that can basically help your trading out, and this only works for high confidence setups that you really are confident in, basically add a starter position and continue to add dips. That way, if the stock doesn't go in your favor, you can continue to average down and get more shares. But this only works if, basically it's an A+ setup and you're highly confident, does line up on the chart, catalyst, everything like that, no dilution, everything like that. If some of these plays are so high risk that you do not even want to enter them without a stop loss. And one thing is, every single one of these penny stocks, goes up and comes right back down. So the most important thing is to take profits every single time, secure those. And that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this play, any other plays you're watching, and I will see you on the next video.